And we're hot. I'm finally getting to this. Been a while. My father-in-law sent this up from Oklahoma. I built it a while ago. It randomly shut off on me a couple years ago. Didn't know what it was. I put the head back on with a new piston. And it's probably getting screwed up again. So, I want to do a pressure test and see what happened. I'm gonna figure out what the heck happened. Something happened. Something it wasn't right. So, who's here? Hey, Pat's here. Great. Bring you up over here. Oh dear, I'm well done on battery. You're gonna go to bed, Nikki. It's okay. You can go to bed. Hey, Brandon. Hey, Brandon. I know it's a little early for me to be doing live here, but as you may or may not notice, I've actually got this like sort of clean. Ziploc bags because I was doing parts today. Down there and under there, which you can't see, I got a couple of Huggies boxes full of 372 parts that I actually organized. So, Kevin Dufton. Hi, I was now going to go to... You're going to go to bed. Okay, well, instead, hang out. Junkyard, if you're here, we're going to do some unboxings just for you. How's that? Hang on. I got a couple of boxes here. James is here. Didn't stay up. No, go good. Do whatever you want. I'm not going to keep you up. Rhett Jernigan, Joe Valls. For those people that are new, if there's anybody that's watching that's new, oh, dirty. This was just like a random parts pile that I... Don't worry, Junkyard, you're not getting this. Random parts pile I picked up off of Arbor Site OPE, I forget. WJ39. I'm hoarding these. Don't tell anybody. Can't get them. The top cover. Definitely a little worse for the wear. That's okay. These things are going to end up right in the ultrasonic. That ultrasonic. Most importantly, 394 flywheels. No longer made. Yeah, time for a dishwasher. Yeah, this is not really Christmas, but then again, I'm not really complaining either. Throw this stuff right in the ultrasonic. 394 carb base. Not too bad a shape. Again, can't get the 394 carb bases either. Oh look, somebody put a golf tee in here. Oh, what happened to my garbage? Shucks. seal. Don't know what that's for. A limited coil. That's not for $3.94. Couple of air filters. Looks like the kitties have been on that. Yeah, I just have one of the cheap ones off of eBay. I think the 9 liter is the size. I'm gonna throw this box out for sure. Should better yet throw it in the fire. Let me go just quickly dump this in the ultrasonic. All of it in the ultrasonic, except for that. Right back. Don't worry, Junkyard, this is for you. Hang on. Hang on, let's get this show on the road here. This box under here. Don't worry, we're gonna. Nikki, you missed it. The $3.94 on the bench here is actually from my father-in-law. Okay. Iliovi, how's it going? Anybody here didn't get a shout out to? Joe Vallis. No. It's definitely nothing special. It's just a $3.94. But this, whatever's in here, is for Junkyard. And like a ding dong. Garbage. Supposedly, I got some parts in here that are going to be good for Junkyard's $3.94. And already I can say, yep, this will be good. A new old stock clutch cover. A little dusty. But brand new clutch cover. And chain brake, all OEM. That's nice. So Junkyard, that's going on your saw. Brandy new. And this actually came from Canada. Another brandy new part. High top. Hang on. We have low top too. Again, dusty, but brandy new. These are always nice. The AV springs for $3.94. What pack this? I wonder what's in there, huh? Look at that. Is this parts I traded for? No. No, this is not traded. This is bought off eBay. I negotiated a little bit for him because the guy wanted a little too much money. That's nice. New old stock kit. Although, almost looks like one of the gaskets might have fallen out here, but it doesn't matter. I have more. Just plastic. Junk. Junk. Haha. Again, new old stock OEM top handle. That's nice. Polish that up a little bit. Yeah. Again, a little dusty. New old stock low top cover. $3.94. Very nice. See, now my bench fills up. The gasket might have fallen out, but I don't see it. Oh well, it doesn't matter. No, it's sealed. So, gasket kit. There we go. The junkyard, you're getting some sweet new parts. I'm still waiting on a couple of things. Yes, me haggling with somebody. Yes, I do haggle, especially if I'm asking somebody to come down to what's reasonable. I don't always haggle. If somebody's asking reasonable money, I don't necessarily haggle. Hey, Efren. If somebody's not asking reasonable money, you know, so if I go, I can buy this today, right? I can go buy this brand new today. The cheapest you might pick it up for from any reasonable place is like 80 or 90 bucks. So that's all that it's worth, max. So if the guy's asking for more than that, well, that's kind of silly, you know? Yeah, it's going to be angry. Yeah, it's best haggling with a load of cash to back it up. Yeah, it's always nice to haggle from a position of strength, no question. Should I even open this? Brand new original starter cover. Nothing in it. It's okay. I'm going to stuff it with goodies. But brand new original starter cover. These a little polished with WD-40 and it'll be perfect. Joe, yeah, Joe, all done. Yeah, right. No such thing as done around here, Jody. Marshall. There's another clutch cover. That we're just going to stick in stock there, you know what I mean? So this guy, what I thought we'd do tonight is do a teardown, basically. But what I want to do first is get to a point where I can pressure test it. I really don't like pressure testing. It's just not my thing. But if you got to do it, you got to do it. Hey, Will. And Marshall's here. Got your carburetor? Good. Have you stuck it on there yet? Magda, you thought you were banned. Really? Okay. So, some stuff goes in stock. Some stuff is for junkyard saw. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, this saw does run, or it did run, but it needs a teardown. Something's wrong with the head. I got to get rid of the head, figure out something else. Hey, Andrew. If you do anything still with pressure test, it's stupid easy bolt. Yeah, you know, they make bolt downs for this too, but, and, you know. What do you need me to see, Chris?
Like, Daddy, you're gonna come look at this.
What do I gotta come look at?
Like, this is the most longest can ride in your life. And, like, it's going to take 1,000 lives. Like, there's no way you can get all the way up to a cannon. It takes, like, 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Like, and also there's,
is that a big roller coaster you're making?
No, it's like a tight. There's like a short turn and like that at the second stop, and like you can like miss that turn, like then you're going to be like doomed.
Chris, I'm live on YouTube here. Can I come see it later?
Yeah.
Okay. Before I put this away, $13.6 limited coil, huh? Okay. Still change bolts right down, block off is done in 5. Yeah, hopefully I can. With this. I can be done pretty quick. I'll just unbolt the carburetor here and then block off the exhaust. So it won't be that big of a deal, but still it's an annoyance. I think that's 372. I just put my 372 parts away. We'll get to it. And this looks like a steel seal, I think. Doesn't matter. I'll measure it later. Okay. That also goes there. This goes in garbage. Alright, let's get this torn down for you guys so we can actually get to real playtime here. I know Ken was complaining that I got to stick to saws, so, you know, whatever. Alright, let's take the top handle off. Metal magnetic holder there. On the bottom of these are actually machine screws, regular M5 with a plate. This is full wrap, or 3/4 wrap, whatever you're going to call it. Let's get the clutch off. Just got to get a lot of this stuff kind of out of the way. It would be easier to do the pressure testing. I do want to have this down at my in-laws. Actually, I'll just take the oil pump off. I do want to have this unit down at my in-laws, so I want to make sure it's reasonably reliable. Why it cooked the piston, actually why it cooked now too, I'm trying to figure that out. Something's up. I don't think I tuned it badly. This is not a clean saw at all. Might look clean to you, but it is not clean to me. Not remotely close to clean. It's fairly complete. Those were all Loctited in fine. Wish they gave you a little spot like on this side to actually kind of grab it, you know. But they don't. There's basically no room over here. All this looks fine so far. Washer. Hey Steve. Matt, have you ever do a pop-up piston? Yeah. I do plenty of pop-ups. Not all the time, but once in a while. I'm going to put these bolts back in here, other bolts. So I don't Brett Jernigan put on 661 for a buddy of mine. They make a 661 pop-up? Probably Highway makes a 661 pop-up. Alright. Just looking at this, this looks like a seal that is fine. If I had to guess if the seal killed the saw or not, I'd have to say no. Just looking at that. So, yeah. My vote would be no on that. Bar plate off. Just one Phillips screw. That's easy. Ultimately, I'm going to have to take the dog off. Kind of annoys me, but this is actually a case bolt. This is not, but this is. So I gotta do. That's the wrong size there. I gotta take the case bolt out to get the dog off, so I can actually get the muffler off. You really need to have the dog off the saw. Oh, come on. Got a lot of Loctite in there. Get out the speed outs. I know. That one. These are speed outs. Or easy outs, or whatever you want to call them. When you strip one of these Allens, these work great. Pull the dog off. You know what? This will work. Couple of drive links. For a couple of chain drive links. We'll put this case bolt back in there because I don't want to disturb the pressure test, you know? But you need the thickness of the dog, otherwise you might strip it out. Torx bit, yeah, you take a Torx bit and you hammer it in, right? And then hit it. Okay. So that side is fairly well dismantled, at least for now. off. Casting is drilling. Why does this not want to come out? Okay. 4mm Allen for the carburetor bolts, which are quite tight. Nothing wrong there. Fuel line, which as far as I know is not kinked or shredded or nothing. Choke lever. Up there. Throttle. The blue thing. Woo! There you go. Gently tap the blue thing. And this whole chute is loosey-goosey. Nothing wrong with that. Everything was Loctited in. Now we'll do the starter. We're going to get the tank off too. Starter cover. You could do a $395 set of cases, but assuming these cases are fine, which I think they are, why would you do that? You know, you don't really need to. Don't really need to do that. For a saw that's just going out into the woods, don't need to have a super duper nice set of cases. Now, if something really is buggered on the cases, and that's what's causing the leak, if there's a leak, you know, that's different. I don't think that's what's going on here, but anything's possible. The ignition coil wire is quite frayed, so I guess I'm going to need a new one of those. I'd say those were tight. Did I use something other than Metreat? I think I put, in that spot, I think I might have put a helicoil or something. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Could be a leak out here, because I ground on the cylinder on the transfer port to make room for the flywheel. And yes, there was a decomp here, but I'm going to plug that for the purpose of the test. Sometimes the easiest is to take these things off. Before you start pulling the flywheel. I seem to lose that darn. Here it is. Okay. That. Well, I just lost my phone, my battery here. I can't see comments. I'll go get my battery in just a second. Now, hopefully, this comes a little easier. Yep. Much easier than in the past. Looks like a finely installed seal. Don't have a problem with that. So, where the leak could possibly be, I do not know. It'll drive me berserk. Give me a second, guys. Let me just go upstairs and get my battery for this. Okay. Of course, I am going under the assumption that there is an air leak. You know, maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Positioning bolts, linear pins, whatever I call them. You only need one on each side. You can do them here, you can do them over there, doesn't really matter. Top or bottom, whatever. Let's do the screw, the lower AV bolt here. Well, I guess we can take the muffler off and then take that off from the top. So why not? Good, that is stuck. Great. That's great. Guess I gotta use this again. has a drill on one side. It's not really a drill, it's more like space maker. You gotta slowly get it engaged and pray that it holds. Okay. Fan-friggin-tastic. Always go the next route. Get a flat and big screwdriver. Just to show you guys what I did. Just put a flat. Yeah, stuck muffler bolt. But it's not one of these, it's the lower one. So then you just get a big stinking screwdriver. The other thing you can do is because this should be, yeah, mobile. Now there's a little bit of wiggle to it. Will this fit in here? Get the biggest screwdriver you possibly can. Turn it. Yay! That works. It's a muffler bracket bolt, really. This was on with Loctite for sure. You can see. Junk. Try again. Okay. The real problem is the piston at this point may not exactly be diagnostic because there was so much damage to the head before. I tried to fix it and just put a new piston in here and see, how much I could get it to run. So it may not be as diagnostic as we'd like. Right, look at the piston. It's probably all cooked. Shoot. There's some scratches on the piston. But there's a lot of machine marks there. think the scratches I would anticipate just from, this is really hard to show you guys, but it's either the beginning of scoring or scratches. How do you tell the difference? Well, let's do a pressure test and see. You know? It ate a piston before, but I don't know if it was because of bad tune. That's always possible, you know. Me being a dum-dum and tuning it too hot. Nothing wrong with the fuel line. Put that back there. Don't lose it. It's one of those things, I hate to split it if the bearings and seals are actually okay, you know? That would be kind of cruddy. I don't mind splitting it, but no real point in splitting it if the bearings and seals are okay. So why did it die in the first place? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so that mod didn't exactly work the way that I wanted it to. I wanted to keep a screen, but I wanted a deflector. And I should have moved it higher because the chain's getting it. Whoops. That was, you know, you win some, you lose some. I'm going to put a brand new cable in this. This one's all hacked up. Let's put fresh in. Get rid of that. Now I just need to block off the intake and the X, and that will be the pressure test. I'm bringing it up here, that way I see comments. My battery's finally juiced this up enough. 24 people here watching me do this. John Doe. It's Mike from Washington here. Hello, Mike. Gary Burns. Greetings from England. Thanks. Tim's here. Hey, man. Stuff are always gone. No. Yeah, you know, working hard, busy. Today's day off. Let's get a plug for that. That's easy. I can even find a plug. I have an idea. 50 millimeter. 5 millimeter. Good idea. Let me try something. There's the plugs. Doing good? Good. All right. All right. Yeah, got to stay busy though. For me, it's kind of too busy. This is one of those projects that, I don't know. What do you do with this? Beats me. Dealing with heart issues. Oh man. Hang in there, Steve. Slow and steady, yeah. While I'm here, I'm going to check the head bolts. That's tight. Tight. Those are all tight. So no worries there. Alright, let's work on blocking the intake. So now, like I said, I have an idea. Okay, so these intake bolts are like 70 millimeters long. The intake carburetor bolts. 70 millimeters. But what if I don't want to do this? So get rid of that. So I need 50 millimeter bolts, which luckily I have. So I'll use the carburetor here. And then I just need something to block this off. Get a piece of rubber. Who's got some nice looking saws? Me? Yeah, I got a couple. You got a 288 on the way? Nice. Yeah, I got a couple of those. They're fun. For sure. Oh, this is perfect. Like right there. So just a piece of tapered rubber, really. That should block that just fine. Oh, I can't get at it. They're very nice. Tight, back it off. go. So now you've used the carburetor as your seal, and hopefully that holds it tight. It's sealed not only over the main opening, but also over the impulse hole. All right, exhaust next. I actually have the 372 block off plate, which, all else being equal, should work, but there is an issue. If I can use the muffler as a really long washer, that'd work. Let's see. Just hold, so it holds the block off plate on there. That'd be pretty cool, huh? Nope. I'm a millimeter too short. I need something that acts as like a tube. That acts like a really long washer. I think. Maybe I can't use the block off plate, but it's an idea. Because these are actually studs. They're exhaust studs, and they grab. They just they have little square heads, and they grab the head like that. And the nuts go on this side. Have a good night, Marshall. So how do I attach that block off plate? Cheap and easy, you know? Cheap and easy. How do we do it? No such thing here as cheap and easy. It's not tonight. So we'll do it expensive. That's awesome. Can't use the block off plate, so we need a piece of rubber again. Maybe that'll work. Okay. Couple of nuts. You got to make sure these are really quite well sealed. So in order to do a pressure test. Leaking out the exhaust is not something you want. Not running lean. Could be doing all this for nothing, you know? And I'm drilling and tapping the carb screw holes, 5x8, carb tightens, done nice, good. How many is a bunch? 35? Wait a minute, what? $35? Been buying for 9. Okay, well. Yeah, if you total up how many I've done, yeah, you might come close. Over, but it's, you know, over a long time. Wow. 35 sitting saws. If they're just sitting around, gotta put them to work, you know? Damn, that's holding pretty good. This setup does leak at least a little bit. Hang on. It's like 8 pounds. What I want to do is check this with WD-40 and is she leaking anywhere? Around the base. Intake. No bubbles there. There'll be some bubbles up top here probably. No bubbles there. Nearly 8 pounds and it's holding. Holding good. Obviously you can use soapy water too, but I tend to think the WD-40 works fine. No bubbles around the crankcase. Gary Barnes, make it convenient to use a couple of pieces of ply with an old bike inner tube. And yeah, the plywood's a great idea, actually, Gary. Nice job. John Doe, do you have my toolkit? That's the question. Do you have the toolkit to pull crankcases together? Okay, so let me answer that question. You even have a copper hammer. Good. Oh dear. Yes, I do need a copper hammer, but shoot, we're still over 7 pounds. And I don't see a leak from friggin' anywhere. Let's do a vac test. No, John, do you have a kit, a crankcase toolkit from me? Is the question. If you don't have a crankcase toolkit, you should consider getting one. Because I will make your life much easier. No copper hammer needed. There's 10 pounds of vac. But that I'm losing a little faster than pressure. That worries me at least a little bit. Now it's holding. Another thing to do is to rotate this. Definitely goes up and down, but that's fine. Still holding. With vac, the concern is did one of the springs go? Did one of these seals pucker during installation? Best I can tell, no. So it goes up and down, that's fine. Okay. So far as I can tell, the seals are fine. There's no play in the bearings. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, so when you rotate the crank, I can't rotate the crank all the way around because of... Hang on, I'll do it. Hang on. Where'd my flywheel go? I can't rotate the crank completely around because this is actually in the way, but it comes right back to the same spot. Yeah, it comes right back to the same spot on this. So that's good. So I think this passes a pressure and vac test reasonably well. So why the devil did this get messed up? Well, it was not a vac leak. Whatever it was not a pressure, it was not a vac leak. So we've tested that out. I'm reasonably confident that that is not a problem. Okay, so let's end on that note, because I've got other stuff to do tonight. We'll end there with that. This is not going to get running for a while because I need to... I have the other head, but it needs to be... I got to have that one spot welded, because one of the fins broke. So I'm going to get the another head welded up and see how that goes. It's a project. So Junkyard, in case you're still watching, my other order from E-Replacement Parts is on the way, which means that all of your stuff is on, hopefully if I get it Saturday by some stretch of the imagination, if it shows up Saturday, you know, that'll be awesome. I'll get it together this weekend. If not, it'll be mid next week before that's together. Yeah, Gary, it held 7-8 pounds, no problem, and it was like 9 inches of mercury, no trouble at all. So yeah, if we can, I want to get that saw done for you, buddy. I really do. Maybe mid next week it'll pop. If I can get it to pop mid next week, that'll be awesome. I just hope E-Replacement part shows up. I got just randomness to do. We got to put that starter cover together. It's all in pieces, so. And if I need to rob other stuff to do it, we'll do that too. Not a big deal. But we'll get it running. It's gonna be beautiful. So, all right. Let me run, guys. Yeah, we're a ways from getting stuff to pop, but we definitely have a lot more little projects to do between now and then, which is okay. You know, go pace, slow and steady. I cannot believe I have 2 boxes, my 372 parts. That's crazy. They're all organized right now. Much better. I feel better about it. You guys should feel better about it. All that stuff. Everybody, thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. We will indeed do this some other time. I have a 2-day weekend, so it's very possible we can do some hanging out this weekend. Okay, everybody take care. Have a great night. Be safe, everybody. See ya.